In this video, I'm going to show you how you can easily add materials to your 3D models. I'll be using a very useful add-on called Blenderkit. Blenderkit is a free online library of assets that include models, materials, scenes, HDRs, and brushes. Even though I'll be focusing specifically on materials for this video, you may also want to explore the other assets that are also available. To get started, you need to enable the Blenderkit add-on in Blender. If you're using Blender 2.8 to 2.93, then Blenderkit is pre-installed. All you need to do is go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, and search for Blenderkit. Then check the box next to it. If you want to save the selection, then click the Save Preferences button. If you're using Blender 3.0 or higher, then you'll need to download the latest version of the Blenderkit add-on from their website. I'll put a link to it in the video description. When you download it, you'll get a zip file. Don't unzip this file, just save it somewhere on your computer. Next, go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons. Click on the Install button and find the Blenderkit zip file that you downloaded. Select it and click Install Add-on. You should see the Blenderkit add-on appear in the add-ons list with a checkbox next to it. Click on the checkbox to enable the add-on. Then click the Save Preferences button if you want this to be saved for later. Now when you press N to open the sidebar, you'll see a new tab called Blenderkit, so click that. Something that I should mention is that Blenderkit accesses its resources online, so you'll need to have internet access to use it. One nice thing about Blenderkit is that it has a lot of free assets, but if you want even more, then there is a paid subscription available. This is where you can log in or sign up if you choose to do so. Now let's browse and apply materials from the Blenderkit library. To do that, select Materials. You'll see a list of categories that you can choose from. I'm going to choose Fabric. You can scroll through the selections by clicking on these arrows. If you hover your mouse over one of the materials, then you can see a larger version of it. If you right-click it, you can see additional information for this material. Before we apply the material, press Z and switch to rendered view so that we can see the results. I'm also going to use the Cycles render engine. To apply the material, just drag and drop it where you want the material to be applied. This white line is used to point to the object where it will be applied. I'm going to apply this material in 2 more places. You can also enter text in either of these search boxes to help narrow down the choices. I'll search for oak and then tell it to search within the wood materials. I'll apply this one here and here. Now let's apply materials to this bench. I know the specific material that I want to use, so I'm going to search for boat and select the wood materials. And here it is. By the way, if you're trying out a lot of different materials, then the file size of your Blender project can grow because Blender may save the materials even though they are no longer used. So to delete the unused materials, go to the outliner, select Orphan Data, and open the Materials section. Here you can select and delete the unused materials. For the next material, I'll search for red and select the metal materials. I'm going to use this one. I'll apply it in 2 places. For the floor, I'll search for board and then select the floor materials. These boards are too narrow, so I'll change the size by selecting the floor, switching to the UV editing workspace, tab into edit mode if it's not selected already, press A to select all in the right window, then press A to select all in the left window. I'll press Z in the right window to switch to rendered view. Now in the left window, I can press S to scale. Next, I'll switch back to the Layout workspace. The width of the floorboards looks much better now. If you want to hide the material selections, just click the X. To bring it back, just click here. If you want to learn more about a material, then select an object that uses the material and switch to the Shading workspace. Here you can view the node setup that was used. You can also select different objects from this view and see the related node setups. As I mentioned earlier, this video only demonstrates the use of the materials. But Blenderkit also supports models, scenes, HDRs, and brushes. So if you're interested, you can take a look at those. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful and learned something new. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and leave a comment.